In a stunning and utterly predictable turn of events, Thomas Markle has decided to break his silence with explosive accusations about Meghan Markle's new series, With Love. Of course, this isn't just another heartfelt project meant to spread love and positivity. No, according to Thomas, it's nothing but a calculated, ruthless move to rewrite her own history while throwing her father under the bus for the world to see. Shocking, right? But honestly, is anyone surprised? Thomas claims that the show is less about love and more about manipulation. He alleges that Meghan has deliberately twisted actual events to paint herself as a saint and him as the villain in a story that's clearly designed to win her maximum sympathy from the public. According to him, this isn't a loving daughter trying to mend a relationship, it's a calculated PR stunt aimed at cementing her image as the wronged woman who's always been the victim. And naturally, Thomas finds himself on the receiving end of the blame for all of it. But wait, here's the kicker. Thomas Markle, who says he's always been there for Meghan, claims he paid for her education, her acting classes, everything, only to now find himself vilified in the media. Does this sound familiar? Meghan's tendency to erase all the positive aspects of her past relationships to fit her perfect victim narrative is no longer a secret. According to Thomas, she's built an entire public persona on lies, a perfect mix of victimhood and virtue, all while cutting off anyone who doesn't fit neatly into her story. Is it any wonder that her estranged half-sister, Samantha Markle, and even Prince Harry's family have been cast aside in much the same way? Now, let's talk about With Love. Thomas isn't buying Meghan's so-called genuine effort to make peace with her past. No, he sees this series as a textbook example of Meghan manipulating the truth to fit her narrative. In his bombshell interview, he stated that the show is full of exaggerations, half-truths, and outright fabrications, all carefully crafted to win public sympathy and turn the tide in her favor. After all, why let the truth get in the way of a good story that's designed to boost your personal brand, right? Sources close to the family have come out in support of Thomas's claims, and let's just say they're not holding back. One insider even went as far as to call Meghan a master manipulator, someone who's so obsessed with controlling the narrative that she's willing to hurt those who once loved her just to maintain her carefully constructed image. The picture that's emerging is one of a woman who's always thinking about the next PR move, and if that means throwing her family under the bus, so be it. Does it sound familiar? If you've been paying attention to Meghan's career moves, or lack thereof, this is nothing new. Thomas's revelations raise a very valid question. Is With Love really about spreading love? Or is it another strategic move to keep her carefully curated persona alive while making sure anyone who knows the real Meghan is silenced? Because, let's face it, if Meghan were truly about love and forgiveness, she'd probably start by making amends with the very people who helped get her to where she is today, starting with her own father. Instead, it's more convenient for her to paint herself as the martyr who's been endlessly wronged, all while raking in the praise and adoration from an audience that has no idea how much she's willing to bend the truth to keep the spotlight shining on her. With all of these new revelations swirling around, one thing's clear. The public is starting to wonder if Meghan Markle is actually the advocate for love and kindness that she claims to be, or if she's simply an expert at manipulating the media to fit her own ambitions. Because, at this point, it's hard to tell where the truth ends and her strategic storytelling begins, and with every new project, every new twist in her tale, it seems like the only thing Meghan is really pushing is her own, carefully crafted version of events. Now that's a story worth questioning, worth